The White House admits another ISIS attack is imminent, as fathers of Marines killed in Kabul blame President Joe Biden for the deaths of 13 U.S. troops and 170 Afghans and allies. Folks, it has been a total and utter bloodbath, with the White House admitting they're not going to be able to save all Americans. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we need to talk about the absolute disaster that is the Joe Biden presidency. So I'm sure you've heard the news, 13 American soldiers killed in combat after the ISIS bombings. I believe they happened at a hotel and around Kabul Airport. Now, the Taliban has recently gone into the airport and they're trying to secure the location. The Taliban claims that they have no affiliation with ISIS-K, which is the specific ISIS group that is committing these attacks, and promises to help fight and aid the evacuation. But we're going to talk about all that and more. Before we do, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like the content that I make, please share the video. And now a quick word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is an easy and convenient trading app where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and stocks, where all you have to do is open an account and deposit $5 to get 2 free stocks. These stocks could be worth up to $1,400. Folks, it's basically free money. Join Webull, download the app, and deposit your first $5 by clicking the link down below in the description. And we're back. Let's jump right in. The defining photo of the Biden presidency. Here on the Daily Mail. Image of Joe Biden crumpling during tense exchange with reporters at a press conference on Afghanistan covers newspapers worldwide. Critics mocked Biden over image that showed him hanging his head during a testy exchange with a reporter. The moment came after an emotional press conference after an attack that killed 13 U.S. troops in Afghanistan. Biden ended the press conference in dispute with Fox News' Peter Doocy when he hung his head. Now, many conservatives are criticizing Trump for this, saying that Biden looks weak. Like absolutely weak, like a loser. He goes into the fetal position, pretending to cry, like he actually cares about any of the things that he has caused. No, I'm sorry. Biden is a joke. That's all he is. That's all he'll ever be. Here's a picture of the photo. You can see him putting down his head after a reporter asks him, do you take responsibility? How do you feel about the Afghan casualties? 13 American active service members dead. Although I heard it was actually like 12 service members and 1 American, but people keep citing 13, so I'm just going to say 13. But also, 170 people died in these attacks. And what does Joe Biden do? He lays down his head. He says, it's my responsibility. We're gonna get revenge. Are you? I assume that Biden thought he sounded really tough when he said, we will make them pay. How? How are you going to make ISIS pay? With what troops? Joe Biden completely and utterly screwed this up. So is it any wonder that GOP lawmakers are calling for Joe Biden's resignation? Here on Forbes, GOP lawmakers ramp up calls for Biden's resignation, removal over Kabul attacks. Now, the truth is, Joe Biden should be impeached and removed for like 3 different reasons. There's the Hunter Biden laptops, right? That was pretty messed up. He was using his son to facilitate deals to make a lot of money with China, with the Ukraine, basically dirty deals by a dirty politician. That's one thing. There's also his handling of the economy, Afghanistan, and basically everything. His entire history as a politician has been one of corruption, has been one of plagiarism, and of lying. Many people don't know this, but if you look at Joe Biden's history, you find that he plagiarized nearly all of his speeches. The man is a sociopath. Here the story says, Nearly 24 House and Senate Republicans on Thursday called for President Joe Biden to resign or be removed over a terrorist attack in Kabul that killed at least a dozen U.S. service members, as tensions between Biden and Republicans in Congress have worsened amid U.S. withdrawal of troops from the region. So Senator Josh Haley and Marsha Blackburn are both leading the charge, with Blackburn also calling for Vice President Kamala Harris and other cabinet officials to step down as well. At least 20 House Republicans call for Biden to resign or be impeached on Thursday, including Representative Tom Rice, who voted to impeach former President Donald Trump in January and now faces a dozen pro-primary challengers. Isn't that amazing? So this conservative, right, fake Republican, this guy even impeached Donald Trump, and now he wants to impeach Biden. Well, isn't that something? I feel like maybe a lot of these lawmakers are realizing that Trump is actually pretty good for the economy, pretty good on foreign policy. He kept us safe. He kept the economy running. Hell, he even got us those vaccines with Operation Warp Speed, which was Trump's. So right now, many GOP members are pushing for impeachment. I know Republicans have said that if they're able to take back the House in the midterms, Joe Biden's impeachment is all but guaranteed. Now, many others have said, well, that would leave us with Kamala Harris, but honestly, I would rather have Kamala Harris than Joe Biden. This brings us to a rather controversial decision, which AOC and many other Democrats are saying is unfair. Here on the Daily Mail, Supreme Court conservative majority blocks Biden's eviction moratorium in a 6-3 ruling, meaning that landlords can finally kick out tenants who haven't paid rent since March 2020. Now, I always have conflicted feelings about this. One, I honestly do not like the current real estate landscape. Too many people treat real estate like an investment. They buy up all the single-family homes. The homes end up being really expensive because of that, because everyone treats it as an investment, and then nobody my age or, well, a lot of people can no longer afford a home. Am I supposed to feel bad for these landlords? Maybe. I can tell you this. As a tenant, I'd be happy with the eviction moratorium, meaning you can save money and actually invest in yourself. I don't know, maybe get health insurance. I haven't had health insurance for almost 2 years now. Actually, might be 3. But however, if I was a landlord, I would be livid. I'd be extremely angry over this eviction moratorium. So I can understand both sides of the issue. So my conclusion is that, you know what, the eviction moratorium was a good thing for a lot of people, but it's gone on way too long. At this point, you're just being a leech. Pay your damn rent. And that's coming from someone who's like, yeah, don't pay rent for 6 months. Why? Save that money, invest, get ahead, start a business, actually make money. But there's a difference between not being able to pay your rent and just being an opportunistic leech. Like, if you have a job, you're making money, you're able to pay the rent, at a certain point, you gotta be a decent human being. So the Supreme Court conservative majority is allowing evictions to resume across the U.S., blocking the Biden administration from enforcing a temporary ban that was put in place because of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, many people have pointed out that the eviction moratorium is unconstitutional, and honestly, I have no idea why so many landlords actually put up with it. Now, like I said, I have my criticisms against landlords, but there are a lot of people who abused the eviction moratorium to basically just not pay rent at all, even if they had lots and lots of money. Now, the legal argument is quite simple. Quote, "It would be one thing if Congress had specifically authorized the action that the CDC has taken," the court wrote. But that has not happened. Instead, the CDC has imposed a nationwide moratorium on evictions in reliance on a decades-old statute that authorizes it to implement measures like fumigation and pest extermination. It strains credibility that this statute grants the CDC the sweeping authority that it asserts. So, long story short, not constitutional. They abused a statute to actually do it, and now it's over. It's done. No more moratorium. And that's pretty much the story, folks. And I'm going to leave you off with the following comment. Here on the Daily Mail, a user named LucyInTheSky24 says, "How many more will we lose because of our incompetent president and inept woke military?" 3,700 likes. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server. It's members only, so be sure to join, as this channel is currently not monetized. So I rely on viewers like you to support the channel. Come out, join, make some friends, have a good time. Anyhow, if you want to donate, you can find my donor box link and send me crypto. Links and addresses are down below. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, folks. I finally got some decent sleep and I'm feeling a little bit better. I'll see you all next time.